Hi, Assalamualaikum. So today I will present about the objective of the journal. But before I start, I would like to introduce myself. My name is NURUL binti AZMAN. My matric number is 2002. The first objective of this journal is production of potential Waqf assets. Productive Waqf is defined as the empowerment of Waqf that is characterized by three key characteristics. The first one is the need for integrated Waqf administration, the principle of national welfare, and the principle of transformation and accountability. Productive Waqf is a method of managing people's Waqf donations with the goal of making them productive so they can provide a long-term surplus. Next, risk management of Waqf asset management. Reduce, divert, and taking care of yourself are the three steps of risk management. Managers take numerous efforts to limit the likelihood of a risk occurring as much as possible, especially for the risk happens. This is referred to as preemptive. Managers must, however, be ready to reduce damage if the danger occurs. Furthermore, the remaining risk is shifted to third parties through institutions like insurance and guarantee companies, as well as financial instruments like options and hedging. That's all from me. I will pass to the next presenter. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum and hi. My name is FAUZIAH binti SULAIMAN. My matrix number is 23 DIB 19F2058. For introduction, number 1, Waqf is any property like inheritance, hibah, and will that the Waqf keeps the right to the property from any transaction, inheritance, hibah, and will. In addition to maintaining its physical resources for welfare with the purpose of bringing the Waqf closer to Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. Number 2, the broader awareness and empowerment of Waqf asset is critical, especially when it is linked to the concept of establishing productive Waqf in order to improve the people's economy. Number 3, productivity Waqf is a transition of professional Waqf management that seeks to boost or expand the advantages of Waqf. Number 4, risk is defined as possibility, loss, and consequence. As a result, risk can be defined as something that is always present with the chance of negative or damaging effect 5, such as possible loss, fire, injury, and so on. Number 5, risk management is defined as the act of recognizing risks, quantifying their potential repercussions, and adopting the most effective step to control and evaluate them, which is identifying the risk faced by the organization using risk measurement and analysis technique to conduct risk valuations and comparing them with the company's risk appetite or risk retention.
My name is FARAH binti ZAINI. My matric number is 23DIB1F2022. Then I will move to the next content. The content is risk management instruments of Waqf assets. The point is primary risk in the development of productive Waqf is a decrease in the value of managed Waqf property. Management of productive Waqf in agriculture and trade carries a higher risk of loss than management of services or investment in other Islamic financial institutions. The most common causes are losses from the Waqf development's business activity itself. Losses can occur as a result of business of or financial risk as well as natural depreciation. Next, I will touch about what the risk management instruments of Waqf assets. The first is risk transfer or risk sharing, terms used to describe the transfer of risk. The options for transferring risk to third parties in the management of productive Waqf must not be in conflict with Sharia. Risks that cannot be transferred are borne by the individual. The management of productive Waqf begins with carefully selecting the types of investments or business sector to avoid high-risk business sectors. The management of productive Waqf in the form of investment instruments as well as the role of guarantee is required in order to keep Waqf funds from declining significantly. The second is handling of insurance. All physical assets, with the exception of land that is wakaf by Waqif, must be insured against potential risks. The Ummah will be protected through the insurance mechanism from unprofessional or untrustworthy actions. It is necessary to create a carefully calculated financial reserve. This reserve funds function similarly to a depreciation fund reserve for fixed assets that do not exist physically but are reserved and available when required. Last but not least, guarantee. Guarantee is that involves providing guarantees to enable someone or one of the parties to transact with the other parties. In Islamic muamalah, this is known as kafalah. According to Hanafi school, kafalah is to include one's responsibility in the responsibility of others in a general claim, or to make someone to take responsibilities for the responsibilities of others related to life problem, debt, or goods. The role of guarantee is required in the management of productive wakaf in the form of investment instrument in order to keep the wakaf funds from diminishing in essence.
Hi and selamat sejahtera. My name is SAKUNTALA VENUGOPAL. My matrix number is 23 DIB 19F2066. I am from class DIB 5B. Conclusion: the major of existing social institutions such as child protection institution, educational institution, health institution, clear water distribution throughout the city, and various other social activities are funded by Waqf and engaged in productive Waqf management to provide guidance and the protection to the community. The reason for this because there needs to be improvement efforts targeted and mending Waqf management are reducing the reason of Waqf managing due to the Nazir's Act and neglect using risk management. The duties of Waqf manager are also expanding with the purpose of development and empowering these Waqf assets rather than simply maintaining and executing monotonous chores. The alternative for transferring risk to another party is the administrations of the productive Waqf must not be in conflict with Sharia. A good risk management strategy involves planning the amount of risk that must be borne by yourself after all efforts to reduce and transfer hazards have been exhausted. This is related to Nazir's commitment to preserve the value of the Waqf property, hence the preference for the risk of business losses that could result in a decrease in the value of Waqf property is relatively low. The risk control part of productive Waqf management begins with carefully selecting the types of investment or company sectors and avoiding high-risk business sectors.